Temperature is rising. Dogs are hot.
Who we got here? Corey Styles.
Cowboy Corey.
Out here decoying this event with
Leave
Chris
a comment if you know the movie where Cowboy Wayne is one of the main characters. I'm Cowboy Wayne. Bag me a couple killer goats that escaped from the zoo. Come on.
I feel like I've seen it, and I'm drawing a blank. Coming up short.
We'll see if anyone knows where it's from. I'm Cowboy Wayne. Well, this is not Cowboy Wayne. Cowboy Core.
Another important thing to note is the type of physical shape that these decoys have to be in to be able to perform. And I know you were talking earlier on the previous scenario with Matt Wilson. Got to do some co-commentating with you from Ray Allen Canine about safe catches.
Yeah.
About what jamming a dog, how to safe, when should they start putting pressure on, what's their first responsibility? Keep the dog safe, catch the dog safely in the air, get them on the ground, then begin working. Absolutely. Well, in order to do that over and over and over again, and we're just shy of 100 degrees here right now in California, you have to be in good shape. Absolutely. So that fatigue doesn't impact your judgment, your thought process.
Same with handler and dog. Mental fatigue, physical fatigue is going to impact the dog and handler's ability to work through the situation.
Yep. Fatigue will make a coward of any man.
Did you come up with that?
No, that was something I learned in jiu-jitsu.
Nice. All right,
because it's so true.
Cowboy Wayne was from Saving Silverman. Remember that one?
I remember the name, but I actually didn't see that movie.
All right, homework for you when you go home. You'll love it. Saving Silverman, everyone. All right, next dog up, we got Blaze and Daphne.
No, they've been consistent through it. They've lost points here and there, but it's been a consistent presentation. It's kind of every scenario has gone the same way. There hasn't been any abnormalities. It's very, you can see where she's going to need to do some work. You can see where she's strong and she's maintaining control through.
Points earlier on, not outing right away.
Yep.
So we'll see what happens on this one.
Now, with regards to outing, they do get multiple attempts. Now, they are going to lose points on these multiple attempts, but you can, and this is where smart handling comes in. You got to know your dog, and you got to be able to read your dog in the moment.
Yep.
And the more training you do gives you that opportunity to understand who your dog is. So if you give your dog the out command, and they don't immediately pop off, you're not going to immediately give, or you might not immediately give another, because you might know your dog, and you might know that if I just wait, I'm watching his body language, he's just being slow, I'm not going to drop that second command and lose those points, because I know he's going to let go in about 2 more seconds.
Yeah.
Or you say, crap, I need to give him another one.
Yeah, exactly. Stay in the game, stay in the fight. All right, Blaze.
Daphne and Blaze up to the line. She's beginning her heel. She's picking up the bag. I love the condition, the physical condition that this dog is in. It's like perfect. It's not too lean, but you can see all the structure that you need. That dog said, I want no part of an early bite. The way that dog moved out the way. Here we go. We have the snatch.
There you go.
Instant engagement.
Good. Good grab. Taking it to him. Taking it to him.
All right, so now the out. This is an area that definitely could go either way for this dog. So there's her first.
Still engaging.
Second. Dog is still very much interested in continuing what he's doing. There it is. On the third.
There you go, buddy.
In the game.
There you go. Still playing. Still playing. And you know what we talked about in the last one, like Matt and I, like you leave with a lesson or a ribbon, right, in our game. And I think she's going to learn that, in the heat of the moment, in the heat of the battle, she needs to work on that discipline of outing. But at the grand scheme of things, that was bad to the bone.
find neat is the fact that some of these dogs, I and I'm gonna wait to that last one.
Next up, Mango and Kevin. Go.
Now we have our other decoy. So what's happening is, due to the volume of entries and the conditions that we're in, we have to have multiple decoys
Right.
for some of these scenarios, because we have right now 17.
Right.
One decoy in a suit at 100-degree weather to work 17 dogs the exact same, or to
They're gonna fatigue.
So we have two decoys. Our second decoy now, who's going to be working Mango, Chris Sotelo from Sotelo Family K9.
Cool dude, man. Super nice guy.
You know, he's young and he's hungry.
Yeah. Hard worker.
Very, very dedicated, hard worker. I remember when I first met Chris at the San Diego trial, and I had a long talk with him, and instantly I'm like, all right, I hope this guy sticks with it. I hope he gets around good people, because he's bringing a level of commitment, a level of intensity, and he's very physically talented.
Yeah.
So he has an aptitude for movement and catching the dogs and working the dogs. Well, now, 20, 30 years later, let's see where he's at with the experience he's gained. And I look forward to watching him progress.
All right, we're getting a little bit jazzed up. Mango. Mango is fired up right now. Fired up.
These dogs know.
Yeah. And again, they've had one bite. Now they're about to get a second.
They know it's bite time
Look
again.
at the dog. Woo, son. Oh, maybe. Maybe I will. Maybe I won't.
So, observing this dog right now, what I like is the dog knows what they're supposed to do in terms of the obedience. You can see them trying.
Yeah.
It's like Mango comes out of position and then instantly, oh no! And the handler can't do anything. The handler didn't help that. And the dog is constantly trying to deal with its immense drive and impulse to bite.
Bang. Bang.
And now the dog got what it wanted.
Nice engagement. Nice engagement.
Chris provided the pressure, the bag hits. Now Kevin will give 2 hits, grab the leash, and he will get ready to out his dog. There it is.
Very good.
Beautiful
Nice.
out and heel. So
Super good work, dude.
doing everything in its power
To stay
to
contained,
stay contained
but still in the heat of the moment, kept that discipline out
and out beautifully.
and had great intensity doing the work. Guys, real quick over here on Instagram, make sure you pop over to the YouTube at Primal K9 to see if you're just tuning in now, you can see the previous series that we've ran and scenarios that we've ran. But right now we're doing the bag snatch. Everybody here, if you're just tuning in on YouTube, make sure you double back
And watch
and watch
all
all
of them.
of them. Great dog work. Great dog work.
So back on the field for this round, decoying that Corey Styles back out there, and let's
Cowboy
see.
Corey. Now, he's a Primal K9
Yes, he is. He's home team. Yep.
home team Primal K9. He competed in trial 2.
Yep. And he will be tomorrow, I believe.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure he's going to be running a dog in the ones.
Yeah. The dog that he...
Shadow.
Name that movie. He was old. I couldn't make it.
Dude, I just suck at this game. Like every time, like consistently bad.
Sassy. Homeward Bound.
Oh, that's...
I'm coming in hot, bud, with all these references of dog movies. Well, I guess.
Saving Silver movie?
So,
No.
not a dog movie. Killer Goats, though.
You White and Henry.
Come on, Henry.
Now, if we recall, Henry was the ring dog, so we're going to get a leg bite on this.
Yep, he out on the 3rd attempt last time. Let's see if we got a little more discipline. But like I'm going to bring it up every time, the more they get amped up, the more bites they get in one day, they're going to start, you're going to start seeing dogs lose their cool in the heat of the moment.
it's important to note too, another contributing factor to why that will happen throughout a trial. Yes, the fatigue, the heat,
Just no corrections.
we're going with that.
Yeah.
It's the absence of like this rise right now.
Yeah.
Well then,
He didn't pull me on the collar. He didn't pull the lead. Yep, exactly. Boy, Henry. We got it on the first attempt, everybody, so did better.
yeah.
Here's the thing about having a trial where fight scenarios. You're going to see people as the trial goes on. Someone can be crushing it and then get DQ'd.
Right.
Like they can, and we've seen that at the previous trials where people who were in first place get to a scenario and something just doesn't go right. It's a trial. It's an animal. Nothing here is perfect. We're not dealing with robots. With human beings and dogs. There's plenty of room for natural, harmless things that take place that just aren't going to work out for the day. DQ pulls them out. Someone who maybe is in third place moves up to second.
You get several people DQ'd.
Yep.
It's a long day. Watch those this because it can change dramatically even.
Absolutely. Anybody's game, really, still.
Yep. Next after this scenario, and that's where you really narrow down the field,
Absolutely.
and we'll see why when we get to that.
Next up, Augustine and Oprah. These are cool. This is a cool team, man. I like watching these guys work. Beautiful dog.
I love the dog's name is Oprah. Like
Yeah.
that's so great to commentate.
I mean, yeah, I agree. Couldn't agree more. Here we go. The old bag snatch.
Oprah's looking contained. She's looking composed.
Keep it together. Right-sided healing on this one. That
And-
breeze is picking up. It feels good.
It
bud.
feels really good. Chris Sotelo on the field right now working this handler dog team. Good handshake, neutral from the dog. He waits till they get 5 feet away, then he runs in and grabs.
Bang. Nice.
Good engagement.
Stay on him. Stay on him, baby. Stay on him.
Here comes the opposition.
Nice.
Now Augustine will collect the dog, collect the bag, hit the bad man, and we have an out coming up. And we had an out in the first time.
Nice job. That dog's being super consistent.
Yes.
Super consistent. Yeah, great teamwork. Great teamwork. Great training. Yeah.
And that's what I mean about you got to watch that scoreboard, because that type of consistency by the end of the day can put a team in contention for some serious money.
Absolutely. Now, one thing as a competitor in our game that I talk to my clients about all the time is training above the level that you're going to see at the test or trial. You and your dog want to be underwhelmed with what they're going to see come test day. So if this is the first time they've ever done a bag snatch, this is not the time to see how they're going to do. You want to practice this stuff and train for it, and train for different areas and locations and distractions, so that when this scenario happens here, the dog's like,
It's easy
this.
peasy.
Easy peasy.
Yep.
And makes it look easy peasy.
Now that also, though, is where many challenges pop up, because we constantly have to be wary of the patterns
Yes.
And you might say, well, wouldn't that be, yeah, a good thing if the dog is on that pattern and they're more likely to be successful? Not exactly. And
I agree. That balancing act of them anticipating is going to happen. My point is, you want to train to a higher level than what you're going to see here. So
Absolutely.
that when they get here,
if the race is 3 miles, you train for 6.
That's right. That's a great analogy. Thank
That
you.
was right there.
Way to bring it
that
home.
was boom.
Yeah, you brought it home.
Homeward
Swinging.
bound. I'm homeward bound.
Shadow. Sassy.
All right, so we have our first place team right now.
Oh yeah.
Ken Barrios and Rico. They got a 99 on obedience
Super intense.
and a 98 in the first bite scenario.
Yep. Super intense bite. Super acrobatic. Super athlete. Here we go. Snatch that bag, son. See ya. Yeah. Powerful dog. Super powerful dog.
The outing is what's really going to be the big point, where the point spread is going to come from in this exercise. So that's something that we're paying close attention to. And wow.
Nice. Nice.
That's
Look at our IG. Look how close they are to the action.
Woo,
That's
they are.
sick. Dude, the crowd's going wild. I don't know if you can hear it, but the crowd's going wild.
And that's a K9 Street League thing. I mean, the audience and the spectators that we get at these events are unlike anything else right now. Issues. It's just each other. They're all sharing tents. They're all sharing a good time. Clapping.
There you go, firework. Maybe.
How far are we from Compton? We're close.
Are we?
Well, the crow flies, but in California, that's like a 7-hour drive to go 2 miles. It was interesting. We checked into the hotel. I was asking the guy behind the counter. I was hungry. It was Thursday. I'm like, hey, dinner. What are my options, right? He's like, oh, a mile up the street, there's a whole little college area. He's like, you can walk it. I'm like, with my head on a swivel. He's like, no. You pull out. You go back. Don't go the other way. And the way he said it was very matter of fact. Do not walk the other way. So I went north.
If you had one of those dogs, you would go either way. Maybe. I'd probably still go the other way.
Yeah.
All right, here we go. Who do we have next? Sarge. Dalton. This guy's had a strong performance. Really powerful bite last time. I'm looking forward to seeing the bag snatch. It's different, the bag snatch versus the picnic table snatch, because the picnic table snatch, the decoy got more space to get away from the dog, therefore the momentum of the dog was great.
Yes.
At this one, it's like split second reaction time, the dog's on him. So, two different styles almost of the bite, but
Yes.
still super cool. Ooh, little leash pressure.
This is something that we've seen with this team from moment one. All right, so what we have now is an early bite, which is an immediate DQ.
Dang. That's too bad. So in this scenario, the decoy and the handler have to greet, give a little fist bump.
Friendly, neutral greeting.
But to that dog, it was maybe even
It was a presentation.
but he wasn't commanded to do it, and therefore early bite.
Disqualification. And, that's a very practical element to this scenario and any of these scenarios, because in real life, out in the world, an inappropriate bite could be a death sentence for your dog.
Yeah.
It could be
Lawsuit. Dog gets put down.
I mean, at that point, you're making phone calls, and someone else
under
in
control.
a different state is watching the dog, and you're maybe hiding them.
Baby.
I mean,
It's
I'll
just
do
not what
it.
you want.
You don't want to be put in that situation.
super good to have that dog under control and understand when and how it's deemed necessary to do this. But out of anticipation, excitement, got the better of the dog in the moment.
And something I was speaking on when that happened is that team
has struggled with the healing from the first
True.
obedience scenario.
Yeah.
One thing we noticed in particular,
and he was very aware of what was going on because he was keeping it back. Well, that was dinging him on points because now the leash is getting tight.
Right.
To be
Absolutely.
at the point. So I was like, you know what, I'm taking the bite.
And you know what? They'll come back stronger next time.
you can resolve that with training, and that's what the training director will put together a plan to start problem solving.
Absolutely. Only way to go from here is up.
That can take place. Well, like you said, coming out of these events only is a great opportunity to focus and do something awesome. But if you truly
You plan your training.
Yeah. You start learning, step back, build on, and move forward. I mean, we do it all the time. And constantly, we'll sit down at the end of our training day or after a weekend hunt test and be like, what are we going to work on next week? Because this dog and this dog really are showing that they're struggling in this situation. And I've got to work on it, fix it, and troubleshoot it. And then you say, hey, work on this. What would you do in this scenario? How would you handle a dog that's doing this constantly? And we've been addressing it constantly, but doing the same thing over and over and over again and expecting different results is the definition of insanity. So things up. Let's think outside the box. Let's call other people and see if we can troubleshoot how to fix.
Well, you had some fun conversations.
Yeah. Absolutely. So, a dog is never done training. I don't care how old they are. They always can get better.
Yep.
You can always get better. And you just go back to the drawing board and look at things and say, I can look in the mirror and we need to work on this. And sometimes I know what to do, and sometimes I don't.
Mm-hmm.
I know it might be a problem, but I don't necessarily know how to tweak it. So we've got to work on that. Learn. Always be a sponge.
All right, we got Michael and Exxon. Exxon is a dog that is well known in K9 Street League because this dog truly enjoys nuking people. I mean, blasting them. You know, dogs bite for different reasons, man. Like, they really do. Each individual dog has different motivations combined with how they're trained, how they're taught, their why. Why am I doing this can be different. I think this is one of those dogs who really enjoys hurting people.
Yeah.
He enjoys
His job.
putting it on the decoy.
Yeah. Absolutely.
You know, speaking to the guys who have caught him and worked him, they all say, I mean, it's not a fun dog to work.
Powerful.
Yeah.
Great.
Look at that.
Out.
Wonderful.
Great out.
Now, I've had people ask me before, so I'm going to talk about it now. Why some people don't say out, or they're not giving an out command. So if that wasn't technically an out command, he recalled the foos.
Gotcha.
And I can't speak for anybody else other than people I have talked to about it and myself, because I will do the same thing. I will sometimes give an out, or a recall, or a heel, because a heel can function as a recall. It's just if the dog's coming to a specific position versus, you know, a recall, dog is coming in front of me, a heel, they're coming in to the heel position.
Right.
Those two things are very different than an out. An out is let go, but there's no expectation
For what?
of relocating.
Yeah.
Dog can sit right there, you out it. Now some
Makes
sports,
sense.
you have to, they have to let go and stay there. Then you either collect your dog or you recall your dog.
Interesting.
Why would someone make a decision you know,
maybe they know
they're going to take a shot.
All right, we got Luca and Judy. This is a bad to the bone dog, man. I like watching this dog do this thing.
I like seeing a German Shepherd that can move.
First one, re-engage.
Now what I want to see, what would be nice to see here would be a good counter. Immediately.
Yeah.
And
More, and she knows the dog and him out of there.
Yep.
Great job. Great teamwork.
that's good handling. That's smart handling. Knowing the rules, knowing where the deductions are, knowing where the disqualifications are, and working around that appropriately.
Yeah, sweet. Grab my water. Thank you, sir. Yeah, I mean, she handled that situation. She did the same thing in the other scenario as well. Thank you, bud. She did the same thing, like the dog did.
Oh, fancy.
Yeah, this is a fancy Gatorade. Thank you.
thank you.
You need that.
I get it. Not at all.
Not yet. Love it. So, we see the Staffy.
So we're tied for first coming out of obedience. But there was an early out in the picnic table.
Yeah.
So it was a beautiful engagement. Dog bit wonderfully, just out prematurely. I believe that in this
Wasn't a DQ, just 5-point deduction.
I'm looking. Honestly, I was fun seeing this dog do anything.
That is
Tenacious little son. Get in there.
living right now. Look at the tail.
Nah.
And there it is. I can't help but smile. This is going to be huge for this team, point-wise, to get, I mean, right now they're in third. They still have 2% to go.
And the way that scenario, they're going to be really well on point. And that's the
Now, here. It's from here.
5 feet.
getting deductions.
Awesome work. Awesome work. Cool little dog. Packs a punch.
This dog's so low that there's like dust all around the dog.
Oh yeah. I can't wait to see some slow-mo
Yeah.
K9 Street League video. On Instagram, K9 on YouTube. And follow to Ray Allen, the main sponsor of the show.
Absolutely.
They are bringing it to you. So big thank you to them.
Sport.
All the discounts that they're giving.
Yeah.
Folks, the previous scenario was broadcast with Matt Wilson from Ray Allen. He jumped in for me for an entire scenario and explained some pretty hefty free shipping, free leashes with various purchases. Check that out.
Absolutely. Yeah, we'll bring him back. I'll probably take a mini break and you work with him because he's fun to talk to and he's a super knowledgeable guy.
Yeah.
He's in the sport. He knows the sport. He knows dogs. and it's a great company. So if you want to support them and you need a new leash, color, tug, whatever, check them out. Ray Allen K9. All right. Let's go, Zach and Reggie. This dog is probably in the favorites a lot. Just super intense, cool guy, hard working with his dog.
This dog is about it too, man.
Oh yeah, this dog is
Top. That's it. Handsome. Oh, get out too. That is a good looking dog.
Yes, man. Look at that. Oh boy. So he's gonna just heel him around a little bit, get a little bit of control, get him under.
What he's doing right now is he's reminding the dog that there's other things we're here to do.
Yeah.
We're not just here to bite. And giving a couple little
Setting the tone.
yes. Getting them back into, hey, we're going to heel right now for about 3 more seconds because you're acting like you're not ready.
Now we're in judgment here. Now we're in judgment. So I say that all the time to like obedience clients before you go take a walk with your dog after dinner type of thing. Do a second or two, or really like a minute or two.
This coiled spring. Coiled spring.
Got a taut leash. Oh, come on, man, no. That was intense.
So there was a lot of handler help there. I mean, that wasn't, the dog wasn't under verbal control at that point.
Yep.
However, I'm curious to see how that's going to be scored because it wasn't, the dog was fine on the neutral approach. It was as he was coming in to grab the bag that he lost control. However, had he held him back, how early of a bite was it? There's all those factors, and I'm glad.
He didn't have a leash on.
Yeah.
It would have been right. So let's see what I have to say. See if we can call him over. See what his assessment is on that.
Reggie walk off the field is interesting too. It's just like, right now. I don't know. The Oscar. I don't want to be these to make these decisions and take stuff down.
The judge is tough.
They're talking about it.
Talking about it, okay. Decisions need to be
The
made.
dog that won the
Sideshow.
Yep. So, they're
Bring it all the way up.
we talked about it earlier in the different scenarios of the decoys having to be consistent as possible so that each dog gets the same scenario as possible. And what I think happened there was a little bit of time for the walking away, and there was a little bit more time. And I don't know if that was him trying to. Nobody's perfect, and everything is going to be
The judge is going to take all that into account.
all of it into account of how long it took Chris to grab the bag, what the and then try to be consistent. Fist bump to the talking. Hey, how you doing, man? Great dog, beautiful dog. What kind of dog is that? Everything has to be as consistent as possible so that each competitor gets a consistent decoy look.
All are different human beings,
Yeah.
and there is some.
Yeah, of course. Everything happens in a split second.
All right, so we got the judge coming over here to give us the update on that.
That was a tough one, I mean, the dog was pretty much out of control after they said bye to each other, and so he barely passed because he was holding him back, not allowing him to bite.
Right.
So it was like barely.
So he's still in, but he's
Yeah, I don't think he's gonna hold it together for the next one.
okay. can't tell if you can hear him, but Oscar basically said he's still in, but he's on a thin rope.
Yes.
He's on a
He
thin
lost
rope.
a lot of points because of the amount of how much the handler
Had to stop the ball.
seen that. So that was completely tight leash. You know, could it be called a correction? Well, the dog really didn't receive a correction. He just didn't let the dog do what he wanted to do, but there was no behavioral control there, physical control.
Yeah.
But what that did was it saved him from a DQ for early bite, but he took massive point hits.
He's got to
That's
go.
a handler decision. He made that decision to take those points to prevent. But now it'll be interesting to see what happens with that dog in the next scenario behaviorally,
Right.
because he
Looser,
yes.
looser. And could that be partially because he competed in the sideshow? Too many competitions, too close in contact. There you go. Great fight. This is Prince.
Luke Williams is the handler owner.
Nice. You know what I'm saying? So
Yep.
too many competitions, too many days in a row. Dog gets a little looser, a little looser, a little higher, a little higher. On an already high drive dog, things can go south. And we just saw it. Great out.
Look at that out. That was quick.
Beautiful work. Prince has been solid this whole day. Whole day. Bomb.
I feel like
Bang,
we're post peak heat. Either that or the breeze is different as it was earlier.
The breeze is helping.
And every time I talk about the temperature, I do feel like slightly guilty.
You're from Florida. You should be able to handle this.
I just don't like heat. Period. I don't like it there. I don't like it here.
I hear you.
Like I shouldn't say anything because I'm not out there wearing a suit.
Yeah. Yeah, and even just the competitors, when you're nervous, I mean, you're probably sweating your butt off too.
Absolutely.
Next, we got Roosevelt from Roosevelt. Here we go.
So suiting up. Look at him running out there.
Yeah.
That's a Chris Sotelo thing. Like that's
He's game on.
everyone's dead tired. It's hot. He's running onto the field. He didn't need to, but he did.
Here we go. This is a good looking dog, man. What a beauty.
That reverse brindle.
Great control so far. Super intense
Oh,
dog.
that dog is focused.
Yeah, he's eyeballing him.
I just saw something from the dog I like. He started to forge
And he did.
and caught himself and pulled him back. That wasn't the handler, that was the dog. The dog caught himself.
That's so scary when you reach out to give the pound.
3, 4, 5, 8.
Here we go. Snatch. Bang.
Look at that launch.
Nice.
Good entry, good safe catch. The bag hits Kane. Handler is now collecting the bag, giving a couple hits on his own.
Why is the handler hitting the decoy as well? Great out.
That's a bad guy. He stole something.
Yeah, but I mean, I'm with you, but it's intensifying teamwork with the dog, right?
He's a massive value. If you're doing light work, you should be involving yourself. You're asking your partner, your best friend, to get involved in violence on your behalf.
Yeah.
Why the heck wouldn't you join them?
Right.
These
Mentally, what do you think it does for the dog as they're engaged? What do you think it does for the dog as you're doing? Do you think it? I think it would amp them up more, right?
It's going to that comfort, that knowing that your partner is with you. This massive team thing that is totally
Yeah.
Well, in theory, we could say that could take a dog
thinking about the high drive.
Or it could be like
having a hard time out.
really gonna this dude up now.
Yeah, the guy
That's
the
an
dog
element
that
too.
doesn't out right away, and you're getting in there, getting in the fight with them. It's just going to intensify.
Yep.
Vegas is up next. I had a quick chat with Brad over here at the taco stand. Super nice guy.
Those are good tacos.
Great tacos.
What's that? Bean tacos.
Is that what it's called?
That's what it's called. I'm reading off the vendor list, guys. That's what it's called.
God bless. Here we go. This is a good looking dog too, man.
I love the shape of this dog's head and muzzle.
You know what gets me is I know guys.
I always told myself that I'm never gonna like dogs.
Oh yeah.
And people might say, what do you mean? Oh, I know guys. Especially for business successful, so it becomes a source of stress. I really like his ears, and I mean it.
Yeah.
Like, I think it's cool. Like, oh, that's a handsome dog. Here comes the
Good
snatch,
grab.
good catch. Corey Styles is our deep.
Quite in this scenario. Like I looked at that dog and I just looked at his muzzle. I'm like, oh man, that's like a cool shaped muzzle.
Yeah.
I still have that same infatuation for the animal that I always did. I still think they're cool.
Yeah. I do too. I say that with a breath of like, there's a few that are at my kennel where I'm like, all right, it's almost time for you to go home.
Doesn't mean that
But it doesn't mean I
you
don't-
can't. It doesn't mean you can't acknowledge a dog that
Oh yeah.
is.
And great dog work. But yeah, no, I think you make a great point. Like when you're in it 7 days a week, 24/7, as soon as you wake up, you think about it. As soon as you go to bed, you're thinking about it. You know, there is a burnout rate that's high in our sport, and people will battle out. And it's important to remember why we got into it in the first place. It's important to remember, you know, the love that the dogs have for us, and the love that the dogs have for what they're doing.
They're pretty good. That none of the problems, the things that are causing stress, are really the dogs.
No.
It's almost always a human-related, other external issue that is truly causing the burnout or truly causing the stress.
Sure.
And like just, you know, that dog might be ahead. That dog might not have what it takes to do this or that, but dang, look at his structure, or he's got really good feet. Like I like to look at dogs' feet
Yeah.
and their leg structures, because there's so many dogs that more and more being bred and displayed toes and other faults that impede upon their ability to perform long term. So like, I like a dog with good feet, and I still do that. They walk by, I'm looking at their toes.
All right, who do we have next? Chris Pete coming out, do the old back snatch.
Would that qualify as a fetish? I don't know what the technical definition of a fetish is.
Well, you like dog feet.
I like good dog feet, not all dog feet.
You like good clipped toenails.
I don't like to see a dog walking uncomfortably.
Click, 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 click.
But I'm not one of those. I mean, I know
Do it every day.
no, I walk my dogs in real life. Never clip their nails.
Boom, boom.
Who do we have coming up next?
Player B, man. He's,
Oh,
in
no,
the,
no,
he's in the top. He's a contender, baby.
this team has been interesting to watch. If you haven't seen the other uploads, or you watch those, the level of focus that this dog has on his handler.
Absolutely. Highly
Today,
no. No. You know, like Instagram watchers and viewers, who are you rooting for? Which one of these competitors is your fave?
get in these comments and
Leave a
let us
comment.
know. But I mean, the minute when they outed out of the previous scenario, the minute the dog came off, it was as if there was nothing else on the field at all
Except for the hand.
other than Chris.
Yeah. Dude, it's great.
Immediately. Yet, when he went on the engagement, there was
Yeah.
and immediately back up. We talked about different things earlier.
on my note, wrote the sheer power of the hit when he went in for the bite. I mean, just 110%, every ounce of body hit. So I'm excited to see what he brings to the back snatch.
See next to this team.
I see it.
And you see this a lot with people trying to
Walking in a manner that is
okay, for example.
He wouldn't walk down the street like that.
When we watch tomorrow, when we see Sutton come out from Sutton Malwa, when we see him come out of Mongol, that'll be the example of he looks like he's walking to the grocery store.
Yeah.
He looks like he's walking to his car.
no difference. Meanwhile, the dog is completely doing what he's supposed to do.
Yeah. I think we lost one of our IG guys there, G.
The feeds are coming in and out.
Who do we got? Don't.
Enjoy and appreciated.
Yeah, dude.
Like,
It's a great thing here, man.
how important that is. It actually does.
Totally makes a difference.
Absolutely. This is a spectacle, right? And by the way, people on the street walking on the fence, coming around. People just walking up to learn about what we're doing here. Super cool.
And being that it is a K9 street league, we've talked about time and time again, you have such a welcoming, supportive crowd that if someone came in from off the street to come in and spectate,
They're welcome.
I mean, if they got a question, anyone here
Sir, who are you? Why are you here? Not at all. And I've seen that. I've seen that at other events. I have absolutely seen kind of that gatekeeping. That, you know, like, who are you? Why are you here? Not a street league event. I'm a little curious as to what we have. This is the longest in between dogs that we've had, so I don't know what we have going on.
See him now. Here we go. Snatch. Spikes. 1, 2, 3, 4. Get your booty on the floor. Gotta get up, get down. All right. His home club is Elevated K9. Super intense dude. Super intense dog.
God, I'm enjoying watching this team all day.
So intense.
All right, we have our approach to our decoy, Chris Sotelo.
Look at Chris's smile, man. This guy's having a great time out
He
there.
loves every second of this.
Yeah.
Oh no, he left him hang and he wouldn't even bump fists. Here comes our approach.
Bang. Nice. Ooh, takes him down.
Very nice.
1, 2. Good. Nice.
Look at that bite. That dog is, I mean, he's got so much material in his mouth all the way to the back. I mean, even from here, I can see how that grip is.
Yeah. This dog's powerful.
And there's a typical out from them. I'd expect nothing less. Now, coming into this scenario, they were in second place. 98 in obedience, 98 in that scenario. I will be curious to see where point for deduction on this scenario.
Yeah.
Again, this scenario is of the distance.
Oh, how far you got?
Yeah, and I mean, it's variable. That could be as much as 10 points.
Right. Good judging.
California.
We have mountains in the background.
Yeah.
We have palm trees. It's a really good.
Beautiful. Unbelievable.
So far in my life. San Diego.
It's almost the background. It's CGI. It's rolling hills up
Yeah.
in that.
It's almost like Napa Valley. I mean, and if we got away from here just a hair, there's just mountains
Yes.
everywhere. It's gorgeous. All right, who do we have? Anubis. What is it again? The Egyptian god of fighting people?
The underworld.
Egyptian god of the underworld?
Yeah, he's like gatekeeper of the souls going from after they died.
Hardcore, man.
Yeah.
You guys are so hardcore.
All right. So far, so good. Neutral. That dog was very appropriate.
Bang. Get him. Oh, we want for the back. Oh, come on.
All right. So the dog
There you go.
grabbed the center of the back, which
All
right off the bat, that is a difficult target.
Logistics.
Yep. Dang, I like that dog too.
Come off of that though. And then right back. And we saw
Sure.
dogs who grabbed the fight that they just were like, no. But
Right.
they didn't dip. They just said, I want this instead. And then came.
Has some difficulty dealing with that.
Right. All right. Do it, Oscar. I'm sure it's not DQ. I don't think. I think it's,
But he gave him another command, and the dog did re-engage.
and then he outed him. I don't know.
I'm curious to see.
I think it'll be a solid point deduction.
Are you
More than feet away.
Yeah. Yeah. But I mean, he's had a solid performance all day. We got Coro up next. C2 talk stuff is all the different clubs and like Oscar's team of guys that work as trainers that are here working and helping. This is a community that wants this sport to be the next big thing that's here forever and grow with it and see it grow. And it's a team effort from everyone.
I mean, it's important. Clubs are opening up on the East Coast,
Yeah.
but we haven't had a trial there yet. But people
Parish, New York,
so
buddy.
enthralled
23.
and wanting to get involved in it that they're forming clubs and training when there are no trials yet
Yeah.
on the East Coast. Like, they're going to be ready when they do have that trial.
I really would like to host one. Why not, right? They could come to the
Have
farm.
like an absolutely amazing
Yeah.
setup there.
People could come back in the backfield, drive back there. It'd be awesome, man.
You got a pond, no alligators,
No alligators.
like a Floridian, that's important. All right, so we got Tony Ortiz and
Coro.
Coro.
They had a strong performance. All right, what do we got here? What
I turned my
I just what just happened?
early bite.
Did we?
Yep.
I missed it.
I turned my head for a split second.
I did too.
Little.
Bang on the knee, eh?
With that being said, folks, we're gonna take our break between some next week, the carjacking. You're not going to want to miss that. Make sure
Yep.
you tune in.
Early bite, mister.
early bite on that one.
We
DQ.
literally just looked away for 1 second.
The
And
one before it, it's almost like he didn't get a good grip.
Yep.
And then he got another grip, and he saw Sotelo come in with the bag, and it kind of spooked him a little bit.
is he out as
No
well?
bite, he's out, yeah.
Okay. So we just got word from Oscar that Anubis is out. We couldn't see it from here. When Chris started to engage the dog with the bag, dog let go, automatic DQ. So that's 2 dogs down right at the end. Stick with us. Next one up is the carjacking. Thanks for tuning in. We'll see you guys in the next one. We still live here? We're still live here.